Someday we'll get paid for this.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Scrapple TV News. I'm your host, A.P. Ticker. Scrapple TV, homegrown news, not the crappy kind, the real good kind of homegrown. Local, national, international, global, galactic, and beyond. The big story this week is snow, and plenty of it. This weekend, the storm of the century shot a big messy wad all over our fair city, clogging its streets, stymieing its commuters, and screwing merchants out of last-minute holiday sales. But on the brighter side, it looks like it's going to be a white Christmas. While the city struggled to clear the 23-plus inches of snow, many residents say they're still waiting to be dug out. To add insult to injury, since Monday, the city's streets department has been penalizing citizens for not clearing their sidewalks, issuing fines ranging from $25 to $300. Seems a little steep, huh? Since most of South Philly, Manayunk, and Fishtown are still a winter wonderland, how about we just call it even? Okay, streets department, huh? And don't even get me started on this whole no trash pickup till Monday business. We should be issuing fines to you for incompetence and wasting our tax dollars. Typically during snowstorms, most folks hunker down indoors and try to stay warm and cozy. That clearly wasn't the case for Jose Omar Mendez, the 26-year-old who put a bullet in the skull of a 15-year-old Tevin Rutledge in February of 2008 after a snowball fight. A snowball fight.
Jesus! No idea, I'm getting the whole thing.
Earlier this week, Mendez was sentenced to 10 to 20 years for manslaughter. You know what they say, don't you? Neither rain, nor snow, nor sleet, nor dark of night will keep a douchebag from bringing a gun to a snowball fight. It's what they say. I just said it myself. And speaking of assholes, Ridley Township's police squad is now short one after firing Officer Brian Decker. According to court documents, Decker decked a female Wawa manager after she requested proof of age. Did I just say requested?
They got to the doorway of the stock room, and I saw him grab her, and his fist went flying.
When the old off-duty officer attempted to buy a can of Skol. Reports state that Decker punched the woman numerous times in the face and head while threatening her, telling her that she and her family should watch their backs.
I swung around and I shoved him. And I said, stop, just stop. And he just stood there, and then he put his fist up to me. And I just looked at him and I said, you don't even want to go there.
Well, that may sound totally fucked. It's not nearly as fucked as the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Our precious, peaceful kingdom is so fucked that our governor, Ed Rendell, has given himself and the legislature an F on his government report card. Despite producing a budget this year, arguably one of the best in the country, given that it avoids tax hikes and increases funding for education and children's health care, the budget deficit of more than $3 billion, and the fact that the bill was 110 days overdue, Rendell chalks it all up to as failure. In this case, failure may not be so bad. Let's face it, Rendell's career is done. Even without term limits, he wouldn't have a snowball's chance at re-election. And should he fail, though, he will be left back as governor for another 4 years. And now, some good news. It's This Week in Weed. Fire up the peace pipe, people. It looks like we might be having a green Christmas. That's right, Virginia. There really is a Santa Claus. And if he's anything like the 59% of Pennsylvanians who believe that medical marijuana is a good idea, then you just might find your stocking stuffed with a big fat sack of sticky weed. Probably not this year. That would truly be a Christmas miracle. But just as a new poll finds that the majority of Pennsylvania residents are in favor of medical marijuana, lawmakers are beginning to mull the issue over. With the right pressure from constituents, House Bill 1393 could conceivably get pushed through. What a joyous day that would be. God bless us, everyone. And now, Scrapple Sports. Load up the bandwagon. The Eagles are going to the playoffs. After Sunday's 27-13 win over the 49ers, the Eagles have clinched a playoff spot for the 8th time in the Andy Reid era. The Birds currently lead the division at 10-4. Remaining games include next Sunday's game against Denver and the season finale versus Dallas, which could decide the division crown. Let's all get our hopes up again for a Super Bowl championship. This is the year. This, I promise. Congratulations to the LaSalle High School for winning the Pennsylvania State Quad A football championship in Hershey over the weekend. The Explorers beat State College 24-7 during the blizzard of 2009. Looks like the Philadelphia Streets Department was in charge of clearing the field, eh? And now it's time for Piggy of the Week. A Christmas poem this week in the Grinch Dr. Seuss vein. Oh, Christmas Piggy with your smug little snout, your greedy fat fingers and prep school trained pout. You steal from the working, the sick, and the poor. You feast on our souls and then rob us some more. Alone in your filth, you sit like a king, whilst millions around you feel hunger's sharp sting. You pussified, dandified, doddering dope. We'll hang you right now, but we can't afford rope. So, Christmas Piggy, as I bid you adieu, which is French for fuck you, some friendly advice I will offer to you. Give workers fair wages for an honest day's toll. Make sure that your products don't kill the soil. You'll sleep much better in your fine Christmas bed, because if you don't, it's off with your head. From all of us here at Scrapple News, to all of yous, fuck you and Merry Christmas.